Hi everyone, I'm Jack Red. This is part 1 of the top 10 animes of all time. Now this list I'm going to do is the whole top 10 for the best, and then part 2 will be basically on the worst. So with that being said, there's a lot of animes that I have on the list. I have seen the whole time, like Trigun and Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha, but they weren't apparently good enough for my list. They're good animes, they're just not good enough for my personal list, so. And I also have to bring up that there's no right or wrong list with this either. So, with that being said, let's get this started. Number 10 is Magic Scroll the series. It took some things from the movie and made it into a show. It's not following the same plot as the movie though. Like basically, Jubilee in the movie wanted to get this guy for basically putting his clan against him. Well, technically their clan, and he ended up killing them all, and he wants to go get him. Yeah, it was a pretty bad movie. And he became a leader of his own clan, which was awesome. But anyway, Jubilee in this one, he's taking on two different clans. Both of them want the Dragon Stones, both of them want the treasure to beat the other. So basically, these two clans, one of the brothers have it, and the other brother has the other clan. It was so strange. And the ending of it is even more fucked up, but yeah, it was a great anime for all the amazing storytelling, the unique character designs. Definitely a good one. Now, number 9 is probably the best out of the whole franchise, in my opinion. Even though I still debate in some areas why Tenchi Universe didn't get into the spot. Tenchi Muyo, the original one, was a damn good anime. It had 20 episodes, including I'm not accounted for special, which was the Hoshi special, and yeah, there wasn't a lot I could say about that one. What I can say is the show was really good. It has amazing storytelling. It actually did get a movie, but it kind of contradicts the rest of it if you count it as collateral. So there's a downside to that movie. Plus, it was the worst movie out of the 3 they ever produced for the franchise. So with that being pretty much said, it was definitely one of the best shows I ever seen, even from my childhood. Even though they don't really tell you it was actually an OVA, but that's fine. Another thing they didn't tell you is the first 2 aired on Toonami, and they didn't keep it airing to where you find out about season 3 or OVA 3 to be exact. It just surprises you right there. But it's officially over, and it was one of the greatest animes of all time. Number 8 is Owl Star. I actually love this anime. One of the shortest animes I've ever seen. It has some great storytelling. It's about this guy, Gene Star, went with his crew, basically looking at the mysteries of the Twilight. It turns out the key to it was actually the woman they have to be a part of the ship. Wow, whoever would have thought that? And the McDougal brothers were basically his nemesis. And in the end, I really don't know how that works. But I do know how it works is, in the Noah reality, it was basically Gene and the crew in the Graboid ship against that guy who became a giant Graboid ship to become the most powerful thing in the universe. But in this other reality, it was just Gene and that guy finding each other, which I thought was pretty damn cool. It's like, okay, which one's really happening? That's the only confusion. Which one is really happening? You know, it just screws with your head. It really does. The next one on my list, number 7, is really cool. It has some of the best music I have ever heard for an anime. Great animation styles, great comedy, well written. I heard that there was a movie for it, but it apparently was so bad that it didn't get released. But that's just what I heard from a good friend of mine who said the movie, from what she did see, was horrible. It was a follow-up to the series, and it was bad. With that being said, when we go on to number 6, Rurouni Kenshin. I've seen Samurai X, yes, but I like Rurouni Kenshin better. Rurouni Kenshin was just a great show. I know a lot of my friends actually love Rurouni Kenshin. One of the best. I actually have a shirt with Kenshin, and it was just awesome anyway. Number 5 is Elfen Lied. One of the greatest shows I have ever seen. This has so much blood in it that I can't even believe it. The OVA was okay, and I wish they would have made an actual movie for the series. It was definitely one of the best out of all aspects. It has some of the best things I ever seen in anime, and I still remember the theme song from the top of my head. It's just that memorable. Like, you can remember the theme song to the last episode. It's just like, wow, I can remember that easy. It's surprising. So, number 4, I know not a lot of people would like this, but it's just me. Dragon Ball Z. It had 13 movies, 2 TV specials, 2 different kinds of specials. Actually, 1 different kind of special. It was a great anime. It had some great episodes. It's currently being remade under the name Dragon Ball Kai, so I like that. It's definitely one of the remembered animes. Now, I know if my friend was doing this list, Raven, he would put Dragon Ball on this. But I don't know if that would be on his list. I know, in his personal opinion, the best in Dragon Ball was the original, which I don't really necessarily disagree with, because that was pretty damn good too, storytelling wise. But I grew up loving Z more. That's why I'm putting Z on the list. It was just a great anime. Number 3 is Cowboy Bebop. This one has a huge cult following to it. One of the greatest animes of our time. I still see cosplayers go as a specific character of that show to the convention. It is unbelievable. It was just one of the hallucinatory shows I have ever seen. One of the greatest. I know most people I know actually love this show, without question. It is definitely a show you gotta see. Number 2 is Hellsing Ultimate. Now, the first Hellsing was okay. It was a departure from the manga, and that's why they had to make Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Ultimate just has a lot more to do with the manga. It is way more violent. It's way more mature. It just was flat out awesome. I showed this to a friend of mine, and he said it was pretty damn good. You know, it was just amazingly awesome. I did see episode 6 on the website. That was a pretty damn good episode. I'm waiting for episode 7 when that gets released in Japan to be put online so I can watch it. Because it's taken forever, you know, basically to get them in English. But I can understand it. They have a lot of work to do. And it's not like one of those kinds of like, okay, Derek, we're going to rush it out. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to take their time and work on it and make this the best animation Hellsing in existence. So, what is possibly the best anime I have ever seen? Well, this might not come as a shock to many people out there, but I actually have to say Death Note. Death Note just has everything. A well-written story, interesting characters, like, you know, it had well-placed humor. I would say it had 2 major downfalls, not actually related to the show itself. One of those would be the games. They should make the games a little better. But I haven't played any of them. I have been hearing that they were pretty bad. And even worse, even my friend Raymond, in his own words, said that these live-action movies were horrible. If you've seen them, you would understand why they're so bad. They were bad. But the theme song was awesome. And the fact that it was basically like the story of a high school student going to become a cop, a detective, or something like that, and he ends up having a book that if he writes names down, that the people die. It is amazing. Like, and even more amazing is how far he went with that until he was taken down for good. You know, it was just good. But before I end the video, I want to tell you the big dislike that both me and Raven have for the movies. They did some unnecessary twists to the story that ultimately killed the movies, such as Al lives, and then out of nowhere Ryuk writes Light's name down. What the hell? What the hell? Whose idea was that? And also, isn't Misa supposed to have blonde hair? Where the hell is Mello? Why is Nier like that? There's just a lot of changes that piss me the hell off that I can't even believe. So I'm Jack Ray, I'll be doing the video, and I'll see y'all there.